What's going on, everybody? Sacred Eagle, and today it's Wednesday. One more day away, and then we got some more football. Football is really just, for an NFL fan, for just a fan in general of sports, it's just great knowing you have something to look forward to each and every week. And for the next 16 weeks, we have football to look forward to. My glasses are fogging up a little bit. Oh my gosh. But my picks last week, I went 8-7-1. Because I'm not going to consider the tie a win or a loss because nobody won, nobody lost. So I wasn't right and I wasn't wrong. So me in the middle, 8-7-1. I didn't do too well. A lot of the upsets I shouldn't have went for. I take everything, right or wrong. I just take it and move on. I live and learn. That's how I am. I don't try and make any excuses or whatnot. Same with my own team. If they don't play well enough, they don't play well enough. Of course, there might be some BS that's thrown in the way. Like, trust me, a lot of referees the previous week 1, they didn't do too well. There was a couple of missed calls here and there. Not with the Eagles game, but just in general over the week. The Saints game is one of them. I mean, the Saints game, I feel like with the referees, we're always being overcritical with them because it's the referees in New Orleans after the last 2 years where something crazy has happened regarding referees, or just crazy as in bad luck for the Saints. And they got lucky with the Houston Texans game, but I picked them and I got them right. That's besides the point. I'll talk more about that on my podcast. Freaking seriously, guys. Find me on my podcast at Spotify, on literally any place you can listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Anchor is where they come first. So please, I always mention it in my community tab. And I'm going to mention a lot more stuff in my community tab because, hey, I got it now. I can be as active as I want, and it helps, especially when I can't make a video because vacations or family stuff or school or whatever. I'll be a lot active, so notifications on, all that stuff. Don't miss anything, and then talk to me. I love talking to you guys about football and stuff. It's a great time. That's all I want to do on this channel. That's all I've been doing on this channel for the last 4 years. So, without further ado, let's get into the picks. Buccaneers at the Panthers for tomorrow night. I'll be watching this game after last week. Both these two teams lost. The Panthers came close against the Rams, and then the Bucks, they didn't look too well at all. Who did they play last week? The 49ers. Ooh, yeah, they did not look... Neither team looked good, but Panthers are going to win this game. Panthers are going to win without a doubt. So, yeah, Panthers will win that game. 49ers at the Bengals. The Bengals played really well. They had a lot of yardage, but they couldn't really make points happen. And they lost by 1 point to the Seattle Seahawks, who I'm concerned about after everything. But the Bengals are going to win that game, I believe. It'll be an interesting game. It'll be a really interesting game to watch. It'll be fun. Chargers at the Lions. Chargers. Obviously. Vikings at the Packers. That's a good game. And I'm both rooting for and picking the Packers at Lambeau. And I don't want them to win every single game because we play them in 2 weeks. I don't want them to get on a huge roll, especially that they have the next 5 out of the next 6, or 4 out of the next 5 rather, at home. That's crazy. That's some real good luck for them. So if they can win games, they can really take the NFC North and then just have to really do well on the road, like they did against the Bears. So, and that defense is a surprise. So if Aaron Rodgers and that offense can get things going, and that defense can keep playing the way they're playing, they can beat the Vikings. They can beat the Bears again. They'll be a very formidable foe against people like the Eagles and the Cowboys. And if they play them, the Saints and Rams, they'll be up there as one of the better teams if that defense can keep playing the way they're playing. Colts versus the Titans in Tennessee. Colts versus the Titans. I don't know why I said it like that, but I'll go with the Titans. Just playing it safe. They're not that bad of a team. They're all around a good team. You don't want to fall asleep on them. And then the Colts, they surprised me with how well they played against the Chargers. They lost the game, but they played really well regardless. So that'll be a fun AFC South game right there. Patriots at the Dolphins. Patriots at the Dolphins. Why can't I speak? Why can't I enunciate? But Patriots. Bills at the Giants. I have the Giants on my paper. I have a paper here. But because I'm trying to be more organized. But Bills at the Giants. I have the Giants. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bills won this game, but I'm gonna go with the Giants. Seahawks at the Steelers. Seahawks, just because I don't like the Steelers, and they looked like doo-doo against the Patriots, so I don't really know how they're going to do against another team that's playoff potential. I am worried about the Seahawks, though, because of the lack of offense, though. So if they can get that offense going, like, really control the ball, control time of possession, and put points on the board, they can make do. But Steelers, I don't believe in them. I don't believe in Mike Tomlin. I really don't. Cowboys at the Redskins. I will not ever pick the Cowboys. Actually, that's a lie. I might. No, screw it. I will never pick the Cowboys. But this game, Geis is out with an injury, so I'm expecting Adrian Peterson to be in, which he should have been in and starting before. Like honestly, I don't know why they weren't playing him against us. And if they had been, it would have been a completely different game. They're going to most likely play him now because of Geis being out with a knee injury. So I'm going to go with the Redskins. I feel like the Redskins are going to be able to control the clock, make plays happen, and win the game. I'm hoping for it, too, because if we can win our game, which I'll get to later on, it's at the very end of the list, but I'm rooting for the Redskins. Cardinals at the Ravens. Ravens. This will be an interesting game considering the Cardinals actually did not do too poorly, especially in that fourth quarter. Well, only in that fourth quarter. I don't really know what team they are. Kyler Murray looked okay. Didn't look too great, and then he looked really good. So I don't know who we're going to see, but that'll be an interesting game right there. Two teams that both kind of had a spark at some point in the game, but with the Ravens, it was the entirety of the game against the Dolphins, and of course, it was against the Dolphins. So I'm not truly convinced yet. Jaguars at the Texans. I feel like Jaguars will put up a fight, but without Foles, I got to give the Texans a big advantage, especially because they almost beat the Saints. They should have beaten the Saints on Monday night. I'm going to root with them. Hopefully, Deshaun Watson can stay healthy. That's the biggest key. He needs to stop taking so much punishment. Shannon Sharp said it perfectly yesterday, that it's very worrisome because he has a lot of potential. He's a great player, and mentally, physically, he's really strong, but he can't take all of that. Like, he really can't. He needs to be protected more. Chiefs at the Raiders. The Chiefs are going to win that game, but the Raiders were a very pleasant surprise, especially with everything that happened with Antonio Brown. It was good to see them, shake it off and just, wipe their shoulder and be like, screw it, move on from it. We'll be fine. And they looked fine. The Broncos, on the other hand, but, yeah, Chiefs, they'll win that game. That'll be an interesting one, too. That'll be fun. On the road for the Chiefs, too, so definitely fun. Bears at the Broncos. I'm going to go with the Bears. I think the Bears definitely need to win this game to prove to us as the fan base, as the people watching, and to their fans as well, that they are still what they were last year, that last year was not just a one-year thing. Because against the Packers, they did nothing. They're one of the two or three teams that haven't scored a touchdown yet, and they're playing the Broncos. Broncos looked really bad. It wasn't until the fourth where they started to look good, but again, the fourth quarter, that's more garbage time. They were down 24-9, so I'm not gonna give them too much praise, but we'll see what happens then. Saints at the Rams. Now, this is a game that everyone wants to see. It's surprisingly not the Sunday night game. It's the 4:30 America's Game of the Week game, even though America's Game of the Week is our game. Technically speaking, it's the best game of the night. That's why it's on NBC. But hey, Saints at the Rams. I'm going to go with the Saints. I think that they definitely need to win this game. They really need to, stick it to the Rams. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won. This game is at the Coliseum. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens in this game. I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm not rooting for anyone in specific because I don't like these two teams. I like the Rams a little bit more than the Saints, but I don't hate either one of the two teams. I just don't like them both as much, But Saints will probably, well, I won't say that probably. I'm going to say the Saints are going to win. That's my prediction. You know what? Let's talk about the Monday night before I get to the Eagles game, right? Browns at Jets. And, of course, the Eagles and Falcons game gets their own video Thursday night or Thursday, Friday night, one of the two, depending on when I feel like recording it. But Browns and Jets. Browns were the biggest disappointment, in my personal opinion, just because of how hype and excitement there is over them, and how much they've been talking as well. And for them to really just shit the bed, it was just bad. Very bad. And their fans immediately are jumping ship. So I'm going to go with the Browns. I'm going to stay optimistic with them. The Jets are a formidable foe, but they too also disappointed after blowing a lead and losing in the fourth quarter to the Bills like that. So I'm going to go with the Browns. And now finally the Eagles and Falcons. You know damn well I'm going to go with my Birds. I'm wearing the hat for a reason. They're going to win this game. They're definitely going to win this game. I don't see how they couldn't. I'll talk more about why I believe that in the next video when I break down the game. But yes, Eagles will win this game. And yeah, let me know what your guys' picks are for this week. Hope you guys are having a great week as well. We're almost to Friday. Trust me, I know it's been a slow one. It's been a slow one after Monday. Tuesday felt like the slowest day ever yesterday, and today's no exception. But hey, we're almost there. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'll see you guys next time. See you later.